some celebrity stuff. So fundamentally, I need to inform you where I was and what I was doing in those past few months. I was heavily working with spirits and operating, but today I want to talk about working with Belial specifically. So, after I explain my work with Belial, I will also explain Andrew Tate stuff. So, technically, regarding Belial, what you need to understand is that he is really powerful being, a really strong being, a really interesting spirit to work with, and working with him is one of the most intense experiences I ever experienced in my life. Working with him is really transformative. And if you ask questions in the chat, because I am under the influence of Belial right now, I will simply channel him and I will technically get Belial to answer your questions. And that's the point of this live stream. So I am technically channeling Belial right now and I am under the influence of his energy. And I will also talk about current events. So the reason why I chose to talk about Andrew Tate and Demon King Belial at the same time is really interesting because, you know, kinda Tate is a controversial character on its own. He's really a criminal character, but not in a way you think. Uh, and I think that Belial as a spirit of anarchy, as a force of anarchy, is pretty relevant to what we are talking about right now. Belial as a force of anarchy and crime and lawlessness is essentially pretty interesting because I wanna uh, talk about why I mentioned Belial tonight. So, technically, so okay, somebody asked why certain individual didn't succeed in evocation. I will channel the answer to the question. If you want to channel me to channel Belial more, you can just like send me a donation afterwards, but I will channel for free for the sake of this live stream. So let's answer question one. So individual mentioned in the question didn't succeed in evocation because he didn't call spirit long enough and appropriate sacrifices were not offered in the ritual. That's the reason why. Hey bro, can you please asking Belial if I'm heading towards success? Let's try to answer this question. Yes, you are heading towards success. I suggest you to work with Belial. That's a specific message we are getting here in this stream for you guy. So yeah, this is essentially, let me open kind of all of the chats, so top chats. Yeah. So yeah, for now we have only two questions. But let's talk about essentially my personal experience with law. Uh, so, Kitten Kathleen asks, is Belial reaching out to me? And the answer is yes. Can you ask Belial what he thinks of me? Okay, that's next question. I will answer that. No problem. Uh, he thinks that you are a really talented and gifted individual, but you need to invest a really intense level of discipline to succeed in magic. That's what I am getting for you. So let me go. Okay, we answered all of the questions. Shavna Lane asked the last question. So yeah, for now we answered all of the questions. When the new question appears, guys, just come and answer. Uh, yeah, so people essentially. Can you ask Belial what he thinks of me? Custard of Dragon asks. So, regarding Custard of the Dragon, I am getting that you need to be physically ready to call spirit. You need to build up your body to be able to withstand the spiritual influence of Belial specifically. That's what I am getting in this stream. So I wanted to talk about Tate today and Belial at the same time. That's kind of weird choice, right? Because Tate is like the most anti-satanic celebrity you can find currently. He even corrected to Islam, while the Belial is the most anti-religious spirit ever. And Hail brother, every time I approach Belial, I feel blockage and I don't know why. What can I do to work through it? Okay. What I am getting is that you need to fast for 2 weeks, take a minimal amount of food, and you need to spend 3 weeks in meditation, at least 3 hours a day, working on your energy centers. That's what I am getting. So, yeah, that's essentially what I am getting in this answer for you. So, let us see, do we have more questions so we can talk about. Okay. Uh, can I please ask a question? Is maybe King Ashmedai reaching out to me? Let me ask. Let me try to answer. Uh, okay. Ashmedai is reaching out. That's what I am getting. Yeah, Ashmedai is trying to reach out to you. Let me go tackle next question. Why he acts like a trickster? It's not funny. Well, this is a question which I get a lot regarding Belial. Why he acts the way he acts? The reason is simple, he wants to make you stronger. Why could I do to prepare my body? Could you ask him? Okay, you should exercise at least 3 hours a day, heavy exercise. I kind of see you going to the gym, finding a personal trainer, and starting to train MMA. Okay. Can I know what Belial thinks of me? Thank you so much. Kit and Kathleen. He thinks that you need to master protection magic. Have you worked with a form of Shiva called Turuyulai by the Iron World Foundation? Yes. Happy New Year. Thank you from the light of the darkness for joining the live stream. I appreciate you. You are one of the few mentors I really had. Thank you so much. Could you ask Belial what he thinks would benefit my mental and general health? So what I am getting is that you should like fast to purify the body for 5 days. It means that you don't eat anything for 5 days, you just drink water. My wife wants to know if she is mentally well enough to be working with Belial. I'm getting strong now. Sorry, bro. Hell yeah, I love you, brother. Why did he engineer a trick on me? Let me get. So, what I am getting is that you have parasites, two parasites attached to you, and those two parasites essentially are causing majority of the situations you're attributing to Belial. Belial technically made you feel extreme anxiety. That's what he did. And what you need to do is you need to learn banishing in order for you to be able to work with Belial. And what I am also getting regarding you, Lily, is that you really need to work on your hormonal balance. Please don't be offended. This is what I'm getting. What could it focus on in life? Could you ask him? Okay. So essentially, for you, custodian of the dragon, the main thing should be focusing on discipline in daily life. I mean, basic, most retarded form of discipline. That's what I am getting. Really retarded, basic form of discipline. That's what I am getting. Okay. So we answered all of the questions so far from all of the viewers. And now I wanted to talk about something in the community and also in the world, which is really interesting. So, you know, guys who follow me for a long time, Sanchez DN, what does Belial have to say about me? Okay, let me go into it. So, what I am getting from Sanchez, uh, what I am getting from for you, Sanchez, is that you need to ask Samael to give you accuser angel familiar, and you need to work with him. Lux Sophia, I didn't meant for you the hormonal balance thing. I meant it for Lily. Okay. Your question, Lux Sophia, was regarding what you should do to work with Belial and purify yourself, I think. Let me check. And what would benefit your mental health. And what I got from him is that you should fast for 5 days, which means eating no food for 5 days, just drinking water. So this is something I wanted to discuss in the spirit of this live stream while Belial flows through me. So keep in mind that what I am saying right now is okay. The last question. This is the last question I am answering from Custode of the Dragon uh, before I start talking about the topic of today's live stream, because I need to talk and give my point. Okay. What could I do for a better life, both physically and spiritually? A custode of the dragon. Okay, I already answered your question, dude. You should go to the gym, start training MMA, and become really heavily invested in working on your physical body, custard of the dragon. That's your message. Lily. So Lily is the person I got that your message. Uh, okay. So for Lily individual, I got hormonal balance message. Is he interested in working with me? Let me check. No. You, Lily, should work with Nama, not Belial. Happy New Year! I am doing the Yantra ritual for Turulayan, and I am feeling the strong connecting every time since I am beginner. What type of sadhana should I do on a daily basis? This is not a video. This is not a video for this. I am channeling Belial. I am not channeling any of the Hindu spirits, Sagi. But I will try, okay? It will be really fucking hard, but I will try. So, Turuluyan is the ascetics form of Shiva. I will need time to go into things. Okay, so Eggy, you are supposed to actually go to the Shiva temple, and there you are supposed to offer 7 incense sticks within a temple while reciting the devotional mantra to Lord Shiva. That's what I got. What demon should I work with? Adrian Sutek asks. Let me get the names. Amon. Or I'm getting Amon. I'm getting that. Only that. Top chat. Okay. Okay, let me. I fucking. Fuck this. I lost the chat. Where the fuck is the chat? Okay, I see the chat right now. Uh. Who should I work with? Casted of the Dragon asks. Let me go into trance again. Marbas. I'm getting Marbas casted of the Dragon. What's up, my guy? Has Belial got an advice for me? GG asks. To develop your astral fortitude. Dimitri, please reach out up to me on WhatsApp. Dude, you have WhatsApp, my WhatsApp number in description of my videos. So go get it there. Uh, okay. Is he interested in returning to him? I don't necessarily understand the question, sorry. What demon wants to work with me? Yuhika asks, let me answer the question. Chernobyl. Chernobyl is wanting to work with you. This dark entity. Anyway, okay. Do you do readings? I don't do classical readings. I do channelings. Guys, you ask too many questions. Uh, you ask too many questions. I don't have time to, but chat is so busy. Can he expand on that? Gigi asks. Okay, Gigi got a message to fortify his astral bodies. Let me go deeper. Okay, so what I am getting for Gigi is you need to master breathing techniques before learning to develop aura. Okay. Is it really shocking that Andrew Tate got taken down? If it's not this, it would be something else. This god made himself a giant target about, and eventually somebody would uh, take him down. So let me because I answered like 30 questions so far, uh, and I am tired of channeling the entities. So give me a little bit time to rest, about 10 minutes, just to give my point, and then we will talk about stuff. So just so you know, this live stream is free and the channeling is free, but the future live streams will kind of require donations. This is really tiring for me, by the way, much more tiring than I anticipated. But let's talk about the subject of today's live stream. So the reason why I decided to talk about Belial and Andrew Tate at the same time is because I personally was accused of the same thing Andrew Tate was accused. I was accused by a bunch of people of rape and human trafficking. And all of you guys know how true it is. Okay? All of you guys know that I am as far from rape and human trafficking as someone can be. And here is the thing. Rape and human trafficking are two crimes which essentially are super easy to accuse somebody of, because those are two crimes which are really difficult to prove. Okay, it's almost impossible to prove rape if more than 2 or 3 days passed from the time of rape. So rape is the perfect crime to accuse somebody of, because it immediately triggers the public and it immediately cancels you, but it's really difficult to prove and it's also really difficult to disprove. So I was accused of rape personally. And so whenever somebody I follow get accused of rape and human trafficking too, I always take it with a huge grain of salt. And all of us black magicians and all of us people who do spirituality but are also part of the public domain, like me for example, all of us kind of can learn from canceling of multiple big personalities like EA Creating, for example, or Andrew Tate, or many other personalities who were cancelled, right? Because the thing is, they always can cancel you over something you cannot prove nor disprove. I mean, how you can prove that you didn't rape someone if you cannot? I mean, it's impossible to prove or disprove. So it's ideal way for people to kind of put you into jail, and that's what I wanna talk about. Is let's talk about Andrew Tate for a second, right? So bunch of shit he says is bullshit, obviously, but the guy is 2 times kickboxing world champion. So just think logically about him being world champion. If he really hit somebody 2 or 3 times, he would create a serious damage to somebody who is not trained. Just think about that for a second. And I filmed this live stream in the spirit of unity, and I want you guys, when you hear something in the media, don't believe it immediately, right? Because people simply jump on the train when the media accuses somebody of something. And media usually accuses people of rape and human trafficking because those are two crimes which are really difficult to prove. It's impossible to prove rape. And so, if it's impossible to prove something, it's also impossible to disprove. Andrew Tate has become very influential and people in power didn't like it. What I really think is that it's not necessarily that he is influential, it's that they want to make an example of him. So they want to get rid of him to send a message to all other influencers and to all other people. What will happen to individuals who disobey? So that's the point of this entire thing. It doesn't matter if Andrew Tate is guilty or not, because if they cared about rape, they would publish the list of Jeffrey Epstein people. Does anyone know what is the list of Jeffrey Epstein clients? Seriously, if they really cared about rape, Jeffrey Epstein human trafficked 15-year-olds and 14-year-olds and 13-year-olds, which are actual children. 13-year-olds and below are actual kids, right? He human trafficked hundreds and hundreds of children, and people like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, current American President Joseph Biden, all of them were on the island. The guy was killed in prison. Nobody knows what happened to him, and nobody knows the list of clients either. And then those same people arrest Andrew Tate. They claim that there are seven weaknesses to what Andrew Tate did. But here is the thing: if there was really a weakness, they would definitely bring a weakness to TV, right? Because what media always does when we have those accusations is they kind of bring a weakness on TV, weakness talks on TV, then there is a big drama about weakness on TV, which is kind of understandable if the shit actually happened, right? But here is the thing: if there was really six women who were raped, why zero of them wants to go on TV and talk about being raped and human trafficked? Isn't that a little bit illogical? If we talk about such a famous individual, like the entire story doesn't make any sense. And by the way, why would they wait for years to arrest him? Okay, lol, and exactly, Dimitri. They aren't about calling themselves out. They are like Cersei Lannister in the Game of Thrones. Psychopathic hypocrites to the core. Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is not about any trafficked victims. If it was about trafficked victims, we would have a list of fucking clients of Jeffrey Epstein, okay? Like, as long off topic, but any thoughts on Haures? Okay. For this, I need to invoke Belial again, people. On Haures, okay? Okay. So what I am getting is that spirit known as Haures can help you in mastering the earth element and the strengthening of your own character. That's what I am getting. Okay. So what I also want to say is this. So regarding rape accusations in general, like there is a reason why everyone in this community accuses everyone in this community of rape, right? Because as soon as you kind of accuse somebody of rape, you tarnish his reputation, you weaken his standing in the public, and you also essentially make them demonized in the public eye. And you don't need any evidence to do that. You don't need any evidence to accuse somebody of rape because I kind of thought about it for a long time, you know. Let's say I was sexually harassed and kind of assaulted when I was young. And so I was thinking, let's say if I wanted to, uh, y- yeah, Griffith, you are kind of a little bit late, but I will give you kind of right to ask a question and then I will answer it later. What I kind of wanted to say is like I was sexually assaulted and harassed in school, and I was like thinking, what is the only way I would be able to prove to the court that it happens to me, right? And the only way I thought is if I went to a psychiatrist for like 3 years, and I told to psychiatrist my experience, and then I was medicated for PTSD, and I had like 3 years worth of clinical examination, right? That would be like the only convincing argument for me to convince actually the court if court wants to be fair. So rape is kind of crime which is serious. It's really serious crime. But the thing is, the reason why majority of rape cases are not processed is because that's for a type of a crime which cannot be proven. I mean, I personally, if I wanted to accuse my abusers legally on court, I would lose because there is no way I can prove my experience. And unfortunately, such a thing, and there is no such a court conviction, and there is no such a law which can take the testimony of one person as true by default, because that's not how law works. And so this entire Andrew Tate thing kind of shows you how governments work, okay? It kind of shows you how this world works, and it kind of shows you how nobody is safe, and how you have a group of elites who control everything, and it's absolutely ridiculous, you know, to uh, talk about any form of law or any form of justice in this world, which is so fucking crazy. Yeah, Matrix is real. I agree, Griffith. Matrix is real. Uh, it's seriously a tyrannical tool for oppressing people, and that's why I chose Belial to answer question for people today. You know, it's that. And yeah, people, this was really good channeling. A lot of you showed up. Ridiculous number of people showed up for such a mediocre channel. And the last ritual, the last thing I will channel in this uh, live stream is the ritual to kind of help anyone you wish get out of prison. So if you want to help anyone get out of prison, you light for you light for green candles. Then you call Belial in the quadrant between the candles, and you offer him two young black roosters. That's what you need to do. That's what I got. So this is the last channeling for today. If you have any questions to ask me and not the spirit, you are free to ask before I disconnect. Uh, and just so you know, guys, uh, the reason why I am so empathetic towards Andrew Tate and EA Creating getting cancelled is because people tried to cancel me. You know, they tried to present me as rapist and somebody who eats the fetuses of aborted children to obtain power. And they wanted to remove my channel. Did you decide to choose this path, or did somewhat come to you? It kind of came to me. It kind of came to me. I didn't necessarily choose. I would like to hear from Ashmandai what he thinks about Andrew Tate situation. Uh, that's kind of separate video. What he's saying about our work. You need to strengthen your astral senses, Dino. Well, may I ask about the genes? What exactly about the genes? Genes are really vast subject. I apologize. I know this live stream is not about Hindu pantheon. I wanted to know what was your experience with Turunayal since I am trying to be his devotee. He helped me with my mental illness. That's kind of separate live stream subject. What spirit should I begin working with? Grammary. I am getting grammary here. More of the cutting. That's also a separate subject. Too vast to channel now. I am already tired. What the Ghost King Belial want me to work on? He wants you to work on blood magic. Okay, so this is like the last thing for me to answer. I am like too tired from this live stream, guys. Thank you all for showing up. Like, how can we make a donation? You can just like go on my PayPal and donate it there. It will be in description of this video after I upload it. Yeah, that's kind of it, guys. So I will upload stronger and better live streams in the future, and every single live stream I will channel one entity. If you want to contact me for services or something, go to links in the description. And yeah, talk to you soon, ladies and gentlemen, and see you later.